We therefore call upon the Director of Criminal Investigation DCI and Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission EACC to immediately investigate the bribery allegation against both the governors and the senators.
Riwruoge makedo ne ratich oganda dwaro mondo onon weche malikore mag mibadhi e komiti moko mag Senate. MCS Mamigori oseyo jotelo manyayo koko mag siasa e county no kaginyiso gene gitang' ranyisi makare ne jowetegi. Obila ma Kisumu makomiyo moro e gwenge ma Maembe Tatu nyalenda gi lita maloyo 3,000 mag chang'a. Machiegni nyakora moga juang e chenro mar Kaa Gi Kacha. Nyinga en James Opondo. Riwruoge makedo ne ratich oganda pacho ka wacho ni okang' mar governors rem chopo e nyim komiti Senate mar Sipak en achiel kuom yore mag remlo katiba kod chike ma pacho ka wira di Senate ni giting' mar rango yo miti gi omenda mochwala ne counties giseyo ahinya weche mag mibadhi kod lwenya ma kinde senators kod governors kaluwore ni weche mag governors nowacho ni moko kuom jokanyo mag komiti mar Sipak kotogi kuom mano gidwaro mondo apisas mag okwach kich kachiel kod duol makedo ne gimibadhi pacho ka EACC otim nonro matut mar fwenyo diri mar wechego bende gijiwo oganda jo Kenya mondo bed e opara manyime mar fwenyo kod kwedo mibadhi kaka achiel kuom yore mag neno ni josiasa mapacho ka otimo gima gidwaro.
No, it's about governors refusing to be held to account and then shifting the blame, and those are the shenanigans that we in civil society would want to end. Corruption is actually taking away that promise of devolution. And that's why we must stand firm as civil society, as you in the media, as citizens, to demand our accountability.
Even more disturbing are the recent confessions by some governors that they have been bribing senators millions of shillings to influence oversight outcomes. These admissions point to deep-seated corruption within the oversight architecture, which is meant to protect citizens' interests.
We therefore call upon the Director of Criminal Investigation DCI and Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission EACC to immediately investigate the bribery allegation against both the governors and the senators.
Obila e kaunti ma Kisumu ogeng'one miyo moro ma jahigni 42 mano yudi gi kwong' ma ok opuodhi maromo lita 300 dalane mantie Maembe Tatu e kar dak ma Nyalenda. Linata Chieng' odhiambo ma ong'ere gi nying mar Min Sharon ne omaki gi kweth manoriko timo apedha bang' kane giwinjo humb miyono ka oya kuom jopiny. Ne en ywaruok mager e kind miyono gi obila odiochieng' mangima bang' kane otamo obila donjo e ode. Kata kamano saa 1:30 odhiambo obila ne onyalo donjo e ode kama ne giyude kwong' ma ok opuodhi maromo lita 395. Kwong'go ne oketi e kubni kendo ne opandgi e konde mopogore opogore ka moko bende ne okan e gama jikon kod buo kombe. Miyono igeno chwal e doho.
Achilia. Achunge meno. Achilia. Shika hii. Shika bwana. Saidia na. Bring it on. Video. Achilia. Chunga msumia. Nzito bwana, chungeni meno.
Kawadhi nyime en ni duol makedo gi mibadhi pacho ka EACC kod duol marango rang'eny mar jondik jotich Institute of Human Resource Management oketo kokgi winjruok mabiro neno ni jogo motiegore e weche ndiko ji e tich kata human resource oyudo tiegruok makende e yor thegore kod mibadhi e kind ndiko ji e tich ka oloso e kind keto kogno e ondamo ma igeno ni dhi konyo thiro mibadhi pacho ka jakom EACC Dr. David Oginde oyango ni bad migao mar sirikal Public Service Commission yande osechwalo nyinge ji mohewo 2,000 ma itudo kod thedho obok mag tich mag tiyogo ya komenda mar jopiny ataro mar chik kaluwore ni gionge kod lony madwarore. Duol mar IHRM bende oyango ni okang' makama dhi kelo chako tiegruok manyien ne jogo matiegore ndiko jotich, chiwo kum ne jogo maketho chik kod jogo ma mibadhi omako.
The National CDF, that is Kisumu East constituency, is the series of putting up security structures in this parcel of land. And that one cannot happen because of unscrupulous Kenyans who have decided that what belongs to Kenya should be converted to private hands for their own benefits. You can see major structures which have come up on land that was meant to be a police station. And as EACC, we shall invoke the law to ensure that those structures are removed. So all the land grabbers out there, if you own a title on a government land, please don't waste your time developing that land. Surrender the title to the government. Don't waste your resources because, you know, you lose everything.
Duola ma ochung' ne weche mag lowo e pacho ka ochako manyo lipode mag lope ma osebed ka ilaro e kuonde dak ma opogore pacho ka mangima. Komishona mar duol no Tia Galgayo mane twak e kinde limbe mare Kajiado koni giseyudo ng'ur 1,864 e kuonde dak ma opogore. Ng'ur ma 1,066 osewinji kendo otiek gi kwayo ji duto ma pod ni kod ng'ur to poko chalo lipodegi mondo oti kod thuolo ni choponegi mondo giyud konyruok ma ok bilal kod ngima ng'ata e kinde mabiro.
Naomba kabla vitu ijaenda kotini, kwanza muweze kuangalia ile processes tuko nazo in house kwa county commissioner kwetu, kwa county government kabla ijaenda kotini, sababu ikienda kotini then hatuwezi kuwa na uwezo ya kuendelea na hiyo kesi. Mambo ya mashule na mambo ya maofisi ya government ile nafaa kuwa registered. Ni vizuri pia waweze kujitokelezea. Unajua saa nyingine ukinyamaza tu peke yake haitasaidia. Kwa hivyo sasa tumekubaliana kwamba county commissioner na our coordinator watakaa chini, lakini pia hata nyinyi mnawaita hata kama ni mkutano na Zoom meeting kwaeleza kwamba msinyamaze, mkae tu, mjitokeleze, mlist mashule zenu, at least ukwe na database vizuri ndio tujua kwamba ni gani inafaa kuwa register na gani haijakuwa register ama ni gani iko na makaratasi.
Our village elders, our nyumba kumi committees are playing a very crucial role in resolving land disputes at those levels. Most of the time, I want to say they accomplish over 90%. They are able to resolve over 90% of those land cases that are taken to their offices. It's only 10% which they may not be able to resolve and which move now to the next levels.
Moko kuom MCAs mag od bura ma Migori okwedo koko mar siasa mayande onenore e kaunti no juma mokalo e kind gavana ma Migori Ochilo Ayako kod jaod bura ma Suna West Peter Masara ka koro giseyo jaod bura ma Suna West kuom nyiso achaya ne gavana ma Migori Jojuma Gilen mathoth.
Koko masis manenore liel e subkonto ma Suna West ka achiel ko bomba Migori koko mane owuok kind gavana Ochilo Ayako kod ma Suna West Peter Masara pod meredo seyo kuom oganda kaunti ma Migori.
Wa gitije monego watinegi wa represent wakel pachgi wang'e kaka pesa gitiyo kendo walos chike manyalo tayo piny to nokoliero mondo wakel lweny. Gimotimore ndalo adek mokalo e liete ariyo mosetimore Suna West ok wanyal yie.
Yo matimore sani ni taparo ni ok ber. Daher mondo akwa jo siasa wetewa jotelo moyier gi jopiny ni wawito culture marwa.
The County Assembly, we want to say that we are really not happy about that and want to condemn it strongly and with the strongest desires that we have, that we must live in peace and ensure that we give governor and the government time to execute its development agenda.
Mokum MCS County ma Migori ka hotel negi kod MC no makaletho masakungo wachni tulo mane onene jo mokalo ne okelo jiwok ne oganda mathoth kaachiel kod lal ne johala e boma Migori.
We've had 2 incidences happening within Migori town, within Orubaragana ward, where fights have escalated into Migori town, and the business community have been greatly affected.
Giwach ne koko ni mane owuok e kaunti ma Migori koro nyiso picha marach ne kaunti ma Migori.
We've also had instances whereby even on Friday somebody was seriously slashed and hacked with pangas.
En gima ber ni gavana kowuok ne dhiye kuma chal kaka chiro ma en tich manomiye ni mondo losnu chiro un jo biashara. To ng'ato nyalo wuok from somewhere to threaten gavana nyise ni okinyal biro e chiro ni. Gavana bo wacha ang'o ka time ochopo mano nego bed ni koro osiemo ge mano timo to sama nego wawuog oko mondo wawach ni government omi a conducive environment mar discharging their duty mondo kik ng'ato wach ni ng'ato no fail. Ng'ato ka ng'ato bed gi time mar tiyo tije.
Ana e jatelo maduong' kisiasa moloyo jotelo te ma kochunge liel ni mondo miye microphone no luong jotelo moko kata Ruto kabiro ga kaineno ka Ruto chunge wi gari to kawo ga microphone to Ruto ema luongo ga ji to ji wuoyo pok aneno ng'amo kawo kidimo go Ruto. So gima notimore Suna West ma kawo mi governor microphone to chak goe gi kite okwanyali yie.
Maneno ya kutoa cheche za kudararishana mbele ya wananchi ambao wametuchagua ni jambo ambalo tunajiaibisha sisi wenyewe.
MCS gonjo telo duto moyier nyaka koro timna tijegi mane oyiergi e apises mane oyiergigo nyaka chieng' kinde mar kampen chopi higa mar 2027.
Kitu ningeomba viongozi especially wale ambao wanatafuta ugavana katika kaunti hii ambao huenda wengine wao ni wabunge wetu hapa, ya kwamba ni pole tu, tusikuwa na haraka mingi, tunatumia vijana wetu vibaya. Vijana wetu wanapigana hapa nje, na wetu wanakufa.
Kwa machalo jowale chimo Migori bende koro kwede koko mar siasa manenre e boma Migori juma mokalo kagiwacho ni gido lal mopogore opogore e kinde kokono. Bende kwa machalo giseyo jotelo bende koro osewuoko masemogi ni mondo koro gichul osuru ne 10 kaunti ma Migori kagiwacho ni yore mag dongruok mopogore opogore ma bende gidwaro koro nyalo mana chopo kare kagigolo osuru.
Kaka jochiro onge gima mono wajuogo koro wakwedo wach mawuok e dhog jaod bura ni mondo gik mowachogo kik okele chich waka wakudwaro siasa man gi kwe.
Tumekopa pesa ya kufanya biashara, tunalipa kodi za nyumba. Sisi kama ni mambo ya maandamano pale na pale tutafanyaje?
George Juma, Ramogi TV, Migori.
Jotimoraka kata contractors e kaunti ma Migori opuoyo chenro mar piny owacho mar tiyo kod lony manyasani e oro kwayo mar tije kata orak ma bende ong'ere kaka e-government procurement kagiwacho ni mae dhi konyo tieko mibadhi e yore ma ichiwogo orak gi kaachiel kod tieko midhiero mag gope. Jotimoraka gi ka otelnegi kod jagoro margi Godness Oucho mane owuoyo e kinde tiegruok e yor manyo orak ka itiyo kod lony manyasani kata e-government procurement wacho ni odhi tieko kwede e yore mar chulo joma otimo orak ma osebedo e kinde ma okalo. Oucho wacho ni moko kuom contractors yande ichulo mapiyo ka moko bende ok chul mapiyo kwede ma wacho ni dhi rumo ka itiyo kod yor lony nyasani ma oyangi ni wacho ni giikore matiyo kod e-procurement kendo kwa attend counties duto mondo orwak chenro ni mapiyo piyo.
Mar pending bills. Nanga wacho kamano. System ni wacho ni saa asaya molok higa mar omenda. To gima biro namba achiel malo kacha en pending bills. En emikwongo chule koro kitimo gik mamoko modong'. Maka ok ochule to organization obed sirikal mar county obed parastatal ok bimi pesa mar timo gik mamoko modong'. Donge mano othiedho tuoni koso ok othiedho? Wa support EGPS ni.
Ikel tok pasien ma ng'ato ikawo tena mkoro jaso kieni to kot mano koro onge. Mano koro selorore. Mane moro maduong' ahinya. Contractors ma Migori mangima gi Kenya mangima nyaka koro mor.
Kuom higni mosekalo gini ni watiyo gi miluongo ni IFMIS. To IFMIS ne oweyo ji gi pending bill nikech pesa moketi ne ng'ato kosetimo gimoro pod inyalo tiga tiya mondo chul ng'at machielo kata timgo gimachielo, koro iyudo ni johala ywak nikech nitiere pes manindo ma ok ochul mang'eny. To kwang'iyo system mantie masani ni mokel kawuono ni to en system mamiyo ok wadhi bedo kod pending bill. Tiende ni wadhi timo ohala ka wan gi geno ni idhi chulwa e yo maka.
Nyakor mgo jonga datiri achiel kachiel nyaka kar jot mar jatend piny ma Nairobi kae kama tend county ma Nairobi kotene gi Governor Johnson Sakaja keto koke winjruok mar tiyo kanyakla gi sirikal ma malo. Wadhi achiel kachiel wanene gino matimre gi sani.
Mawaziri mlio hapo, Gavana wetu Mheshimiwa Sakaja, Deputy Governor, Mr. Speaker sir, na CECs mlio hapa, na nimeona leader of majority wa kutoka city yetu ya Nairobi, na wale MCAs wengine wote, karibuni sana. Your Excellency, the Governor of the city of Nairobi, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, our Constitution establishes two levels of government distinct in mandate, yet interdependent in purpose. It recognizes that as our capital city grows, responsibilities expand, and national priorities evolve, the institution of government must work in structured partnerships within the law, in coordination, and in the national interest to guarantee effective governance and reliable service delivery. It is in this constitutional spirit of cooperative governance that we are gathered here today to strengthen collaboration between the national government and the Nairobi City County government and to deliberately raise the performance, efficiency, and global standing of our city. Nairobi is not merely another devolved unit. Nairobi is our capital, the seat of the Republic, and the nerve center of national administration. It hosts diplomatic missions from across the world. It is home to 2 United Nations agencies. Nairobi is the only UN headquarters presence in the global south, and it stands as a commercial, financial, and innovation hub of our region. For many visitors and investors, Nairobi is not just the face of Kenya. Nairobi is Kenya. That standing carries a serious obligation. A capital city must work, as Governor would tell us. It must function. It must meet the highest standards of order, infrastructure, efficiency, and service delivery, not only for its 5 million residents, but also for the millions who depend on it every day. Yet, the fiscal and operational framework of county financing was not designed for a capital city of this scale and responsibility. Nairobi carries national, regional, and global obligations, but is funded largely through the same formula as other counties. Today's cooperation agreement is designed to close the gap. It is actually designed to close that gap fully and within the confines of the law and the Constitution. Let me be clear on the legal foundation. Article 189(2) of our Constitution requires the 2 levels of government to cooperate, assist, and consult each other. The Intergovernmental Relations Act provides mechanisms for formal coordination agreements. The Urban Areas and Cities Act recognizes the special status of the capital city of Nairobi and provides the framework for joint cooperation. So this agreement is anchored in the Constitution, in the Intergovernmental Relations Act, and in the Urban Areas and Cities Act. We are not operating in a vacuum. Indeed, since the enactment of the Urban Areas and Cities Act in 2012, this cooperation agreement is 14 years late. It should have been in place with the advent of devolution. What we are augmenting today is not a transfer of functions. Let me repeat. There is no transfer of functions happening. For the avoidance of doubt, I have no interest in running the city of Nairobi. My hands are full. The governor and his team must run the city of Nairobi. But I have an obligation as the President of Kenya to assist the city of Nairobi for all the reasons that I have stated. The Nairobi City County Government retains its legal mandate. What is being enhanced is structured national government support where capital city performance affect the entire republic. This cooperation agreement focuses on 4 key work streams: water and sewerage, roads, bridges and drainage, housing and related infrastructure development, including lighting, as well as solid waste management and Nairobi rivers regeneration. On street lighting, Nairobi has about 70,000 lighting points, but only 21,000, about 30%, are fully operational today. A city of Nairobi's stature must be fully lit, fully safe, and fully functional. To address this, we are committing 3.7 billion towards street lighting modernization and expansion. Under this agreement, we will complete 10,000 and install an additional 40,000 lighting points. Because high electricity costs contribute to outages, we will transition progressively to solar solutions. I have given very clear instructions to the people concerned. We will also commercialize lighting poles so that advertising revenue supports maintenance. Going forward, construction of new roads will now include lighting by design. There will be no road constructed now in the city going forward. Part of the contract will be lighting, so that the road is not complete until it is lit. Ladies and gentlemen, across the city's 9 major informal settlements, families sometimes pay more for illegal electricity than residents in formal estates pay legally. In some cases, people in informal settlements pay up to 150% more. This is an injustice we must correct. I'm sure MCAs here know. The member of County Assembly from Mathare Hospital has been on my case. Mukuru Kayaba, Mukuru Kwaruben, Gitari Marigu, Korogosho, Kibra, Deep Sea Slum. All those areas have been, electricity has been switched off. These are residents of the city living in darkness. The national government, working with the Kenya Power, we will invest 1.5 billion in transformers and proper last-mile connections, alongside a prepaid bulk framework to lower power costs for low-income households and to make sure that their connections are legalized. In the long term, we will transform informal settlements through affordable housing and a 3.3 billion upgrade program covering transformers, prepaid metering, and settlement lighting around footpaths, markets, schools, and health facilities. On water and sanitation, Nairobi faces both a supply shortage and significant systems losses. We will invest 2.1 billion at Ngedu treatment plant to stop daily losses of approximately 50,000 cubic liters. Another 3.3 billion will go into the Kikiri-Shaurimoyo evacuation corridor to stabilize and extend supply to high demand zones. As Governor said earlier, added onto the 140 million cubic liters, we will now enhance it by another 50,000 in a short while, even as we focus our attention in mobilizing funding for Marakua 4 and Northern Collector 2 to secure long-term water stability for Nairobi and neighboring counties. Just to mention, the Minister for Water knows very well that among the 50 mega dams that are in our strategic plan that will be funded under the National Infrastructure Fund is Marakua 4 that will supply water to the city of Nairobi. On sanitation, as part of the Nairobi River Regeneration Program, we are committing 9 billion to build 2 parallel 27-kilometer trunk sewer networks along the Nairobi River corridor and 6 billion for a new sewer treatment plant that will treat 60,000 cubic liters of water per day, securing capacity for at least the next 40 years. An additional Kenya shillings 3 billion will support last-mile sewer connectivity, while 15 billion shillings is set aside for long-term sewer expansion across the city of Nairobi. On roads, bridges, drainage, we are spending a total of 8.7 billion shillings. Kenya shillings 2 billion has been allocated to complete phase 1 of Kura roads within the next 2 months. We are also mobilizing additional funding of 1.7 billion for a 57-kilometer road package starting in April this year under phase 2. Phase 3, valued at Kenya shillings 5 billion, will also be procured this financial year. And this has had the input of the members of the County Assembly of the city of Nairobi. In every ward, we will enhance road networks under the 5 billion shilling mobility and safety program, completed by 3.7 billion from the county government. Complemented, I know the Nairobi City County has a program which will cost about 3.7 billion shillings. We have agreed on what they will do, but we will also provide a further 1 billion to be dedicated to drainage improvements. We all know when it rains what happens to the city of Nairobi. And my instructions to both the Ministry of Infrastructure and Roads and Housing is that we do not want a flooded city this year. You have to move with speed so that we do what we have to do. If there will be any flooding, it should be minimal. But by next year, we should have corrected the problem that we have. In solid waste management, the county has already allocated 100 acres for material recovery facilities and transfer stations, committing 4 billion shillings, we agreed, Sakaja, while the national government will provide 2 billion shillings every year within the existing framework to advance circular waste systems. Ladies and gentlemen, security is non-negotiable, especially for a modern capital city like Nairobi. I therefore direct the Cabinet Secretary for Interior to prepare and present within 60 days a framework for a dedicated Nairobi Metropolitan Police Unit. To work hand in hand with the Nairobi County Security. We will make, and we must make, Nairobi safe for citizens, visitors, investors, and business alike. Our cooperation with the Nairobi City County government, ladies and gentlemen, is not beginning today. This partnership is already visible in the Nairobi Rivers Regeneration Program, a 50 billion shilling initiative transforming riverine settlements through housing, sanitation, public spaces, and environmental restoration, and employing over 45,000 young people in the city of Nairobi. Governor, I hope you find some time tomorrow. I want to undertake an inspection of what is going on that program. Today, we are amplifying what we already started. With an initial quantified capital package of everything that I have said, amounting to 80 billion across priority sectors, this structured partnership is designed to deliver measurable impact and expand opportunities for all in Nairobi County. It is correct, ladies and gentlemen, and it is right for us to do what we are doing. I want to persuade the many people who never see anything good about our country and our city that there comes a time when we must pull together. There comes a time when we must put aside partisanship and posturing. This is not an occasion for us to throw around titles, Excellency that, and Excellency the other one, Honorable this, and Honorable the other one. It is a time when we should hold hands together so that we can take charge of our city. Many people who visit Kenya get their experience out of Nairobi. There are many people, many visitors who come to Kenya, and the only place they come to is Nairobi. When you hear many people across the world saying, I have gone to Kenya, they possibly could have come only to Nairobi. And therefore, the impression we get, the impression we give out of the city of Nairobi is the impression that the global community has of the Republic of Kenya. And therefore, it is important for us to work together. As I have said, the package we are discussing here today is a package of 80 billion shillings. Several ministries will be involved in this exercise. If you bring on board what we are doing in housing, in markets, in hostels, Nairobi City alone, we are spending from the ministry run by Alice Wahome, 249 billion shillings in the city of Nairobi alone. We have signed contracts of 110,000 housing units in the Nairobi City County. When we were campaigning, Sakaja and myself, we promised to build 20 markets, modern markets in the city of Nairobi. The national government is going to build 12. The county government is going to build 8. I was in Gikomba, and we are now designing a modern market, modern national market, because as I went around in the Nyota program, many of the traders in different parts of Kenya say they buy their wares from Gikomba. So Gikomba does not serve the city of Nairobi. People as far as Busia, Embu, going as far as Mandera, they buy their wares, the ones they sell, in those markets, in those shopping centers from the city of Nairobi. And that is why I have given my undertaking that we are going to build a 5 billion shilling modern market in Gikomba that is going to present the correct face, not what we have today. This will strengthen Nairobi's standing as a capital worthy of the republic it serves, orderly, functional, competitive, and globally respected. A first-rank African metropolis that reflects our national ambition and commands both local and international confidence. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a very, very proud moment for me. I want to assure the Nairobi County Assembly, the Speaker is here, the leadership of the House is here, we have several MCAs here, that you will provide oversight as is expected of you. This signed document will come to the County Assembly for your input, for your endorsement before we finally roll it out. The sooner, Mr. Speaker, the sooner we start, you know. So I really want to assure you that we want the exercise of public participation to begin. Let's have the people of Nairobi speak to it. This is what we want to do for the city of Nairobi. We must modernize this city. We are doing a world-class Talanta Stadium. We are doing a world-class conference facility in Bomas. Shortly, we will start the construction, with the private sector, by the way, of a modern arena right here in Nairobi. And as I promised the country, we will roll out in a couple of months the construction of a new airport in Nairobi. Ladies and gentlemen, we must raise our ambition. We cannot continue to make peace with mediocrity. It is not right. It is unacceptable. And I want to say this for the avoidance of any doubt, that any person who has better ideas should come forward. You know, noise, name calling, and all the other, drama and activism will not change our country. And we must be very clear about it. Some of the things that we are doing today should have been done way back. But because those of us who are leaders want to choose the easy, popular path, we never get to do the things that matter to our nation. Let me say this. We must believe in ourselves. We must believe in our country. We must be patriotic to this nation. The negativity about Kenya. If you are negative about Kenya, what contribution are you making? How are you helping? If you hate your country, better ideas, tell us. So this is really what I want us to focus on. And we have set out for ourselves to do what we think and what we believe will change our country. I am an ardent, consumed believer that this is a great nation, and we can only make it greater. We must believe in this country of ours, good people. I see many people, they talk about Kenya as if they have a spare country to Why? If you are negative about your country, don't look for the next person to blame or anybody to blame. Go to the mirror. That is the person to blame. So, tafadhali nawaomba waheshimiwa MCS. Sisi tuko kusaidia kwa sababu katiba na sheria inatupa nafasi ya kushirikiana kati ya serikali ya kaunti na serikali ya kitaifa. Sheria ya miji specifically inatupatia nafasi ya national government na Nairobi City County, mahali capital city ya Kenya iko, kufanya kazi kwa mpango. Na ndio sababu hiyo leo tuko hapa. Sio kwa sababu ya uchaguzi inayokuja, sio kwa sababu tuko na AFCON, hapana. Tunafanya hivi because it is the right thing to do. This is what we must do. We are doing it for ourselves. Yes, we are doing it for our country, for the residents of the city of Nairobi and for the people of Kenya. Tunafanya hivyo kwa sababu hiyo. So, hakuna sababu ingine ambayo mtu atatafuta kusema pengine huyu anatafuta hii ama anatafuta ile. Mimi nilifanya campaign pamoja na huyu mungwana. Tulikubaliana na watu wa Nairobi, hii Nairobi haiwezi kuwa mji wa takataka. Today, my friends, let's be honest with ourselves. Nairobi River is a sewer, right? Right, going through the city. The center of the city is a sewer line. And it is supposed to be okay. How is it supposed to be okay? All these years, tuko tu hapo, tumengedi hapo, we are, and we are a sewer. We are the environmental capital of the world. How can we have filth and sewage in the Nairobi River? That is why we have committed resources. Shortly, we will begin you are working on that with Alice, so that we can completely change the city of Nairobi and present the correct picture of the people of Kenya. So nawaomba ushirikiano wenu. Mawaziri wako hapa, huu sio wakati wa kusema nani ni mkubwa kuliko nani. You know, Biblia inatufundisha ya kwamba yule anajifanya ndio mkubwa aoshe miguu ya wale wengine. So let's not I don't know who is going to chair, I don't know who is going to be bigger than who is going to be what. Let's get work done. Let us get our hands. Tufanye kazi. Si ndio jameni? Mimi nawaomba tafadhali wangwana, tushirikiane, tufanye kazi pamoja, tutabadilisha hii city. We have laid a good foundation. Tumeweka msingi mzuri sana. We have stabilized our economy, we have consolidated our economy. We have Nairobi City is among the leading kwa mambo ya registration ya SHA. We have built additional classrooms in this city. I was just getting a brief. We build ourselves 240 classrooms that are, most of them are ready. The members of parliament in the city of Nairobi build another almost 300 or 400 classrooms, which are also ready. Because we want to change the city of Nairobi. So tushirikiane. Tufanye kazi pamoja. And you can count on me 100%. And vile nimesema, gavana tukipata nafasi kesho, tuende kuna maneno pale, nataka tuende tuangalie, kwa sababu hii kazi inahitaji sometimes oversight. We see what's going on. Saa zingine unaambiwa ukiketi kwa ofisi, hii imefanyika, ukikuta pale ni opposite. So saa zingine ni vizuri kupeleka macho huko na kuangalia. So otherwise, asanteni sana. I think we all have our marching orders. Yeah. CS Mugai, Eric, you know what to do. Sindio? Yeah. To maji. Na hii Korogocho, my friend Alex na Opio. I hope you have finished you have finished the procurement. Yeah, the contractors. Kwa sababu tuko na sehemu katika mji wa Nairobi watu wanaishi kwa giza. It's not correct. Hata kama kuna illegal connection, hawa watu wa illegal connection tuende tuwafukuze na tuweke legal connection. Because our illegal connectors, they are charging the residents more than what the rest of Nairobians are paying. So it is a lose-lose. The government is losing and the consumers are losing. So nobody is winning. So I also want to ask people living in those areas, we are on the same side. Mujue, we are on the same side. Hawa watu ambao wanafanya illegal connection, they are exploiting you and they are stealing from us. So tusaidiane, we corner them, tuwafukuze, ndio tufanye ile inahitajika, tufanye pamoja. Tumekubaliana jameni? So Mr. Speaker, over to you na county assembly yako, alafu tutembee na watu wa Nairobi na watu wa taifa letu la Kenya. God bless you.
Nyakura ajuang mano jatend piny Kenya William Ruto ka entiere kar jot mar jatend piny kama ne tend county ma Nairobi oyore mar keto kokgi ogirimiti mar tiyo kanyakla gi sirikal mamalo weche ang'wen motelo en weche mag keyo pi maler ka achiel gi ng'iyo yore mag odundu mag minyaga kaka nyalo bedo maler e county ma Nairobi ka achiel gi weche mag gedo mag peini mopogore opogore ka achiel gi kuonde ma pi kalie weche mag gedo mag ute ka achiel gi weche mag keto Nairobi bede yorno maler taka ma jatend piny Kenya wacho ni osebedo ka hinyo kendo thungo county ma Nairobi. Ko wacho ni county ma Nairobi en county ma otingo kuonde ma madongo mag riwruoge pinje mangima ma onego beni en county ma bedo maler kendo kelo yot ne jo Nairobi kindigo magidakie ka bendo wacho ni sirikal mamalo osingo keto omenda ng'iyo ni ere kaka Nairobi nyalo bedo rang'iny monego beni obede kaka county achiel ma onego beni nyiso sura mar Kenya magi winjruok ma oketie kogno gi sirikal mamalo ka achiel gi county ma Nairobi ka jatend piny wacho ni winjruok ma kama ibro terie mbele MCAs ma Nairobi mondo otwagie kendo ketie kokgi bedo gi winjruok to winjruok ma kama bro dhi nyime ka jopiny bende monake county ma Nairobi bende bro mithuolo mar goyo kogno kendo bedo gi winjruok koponi ma obedo to sirikal bro kawo ting' ang'wen go mag ng'iyo ni to ere okang' ma county ma Nairobi nyalo goyo mondo mi obedie rang'iny ma onego beni entiere. Magi duto nyakoro mag jang kochopo saa 1 gi saa 3 ibro losni gi reporters magwa mantiere kar jota mar jatend piny. Adwa we yie lwet DJ Vic ma kelo ni chenro mar rege owake odiochieng'ni mar tich ariyo. Nyinga en James Opondo yo makatwenga Kisumu ka julu pochi paka moro mauntiere.
Ng'ato ka ng'ato nigi gima ber mohero en mich.
Gima wadhi gi art onge ng'at ma bobiro to yudi kuma intiere to Kaa Gi Kacha en tije madhi mi ng'eri.
Mae en chenro ma ji nigi nyalo mar timo gik moko e yore mopogore opogore.
An ma design tani ma arango quality mar gino kapok owuok.
Moro ka moro kuom gik matimore e ngima ng'ato en gima duong'.
Tije lwedogi nigi pesa sana, kik utegemea tije andika.
Nikech duong' ok en gima iwacho gi duol maduong' seche moko, to en gima itimo gi lwedo.
Mi pokni no teko time seche te.
Pok opogore. Tich Ang'wen saa 2 okinyi.
Revisha ushinde. Open and save in your KCB Gold Savings account and win. 50K ya school fees can find you anywhere. $500K can hit your MMF anytime. One bedroom apartment ya 5.7 million can be yours. Revisha ushinde. KCB, for people, for better.
En gombo mane madana nigo to tudre gi pari nade? En gombo mane no ma pari kende ema nyalo timone?
Ng'ato ka ng'ato nigi gima ber mohero en mich.
Gima wadhi gi art onge ng'at ma bobiro to yudi kuma intiere to Kaa Gi Kacha en tije madhi mi ng'eri.
Mae en chenro ma ji nigi nyalo mar timo gik moko e yore mopogore opogore.
An ma design tani ma arango quality mar gino kapok owuok.
Moro ka moro kuom gik matimore e ngima ng'ato en gima duong'.
Tije lwedogi nigi pesa sana, kik utegemea tije andika.
Nikech duong' ok en gima iwacho gi duol maduong' seche moko, to en gima itimo gi lwedo.
Mi pokni no teko time seche te.
Pok opogore. Tich Ang'wen saa 2 okinyi. Chakre dho nam lulwe nyaka e nderni mag boma maduong', pesa ka pesa nigi sigande. Kae en kar dak mar joloko ohala.
Growth wa mostly
bedo attributed to consistency and hard work.
Kokalo kuom jo ohala manyiso rieko margi e ohala mopogore opogore.
Gima nyaka ikuong ing'i en location kamidwa kete dukano.
Wapuonji timo ohala okang' kokang', kaka ilose, kaka ipidhe modongi, nyaka kaka irite mondo odagi.
Siri mar business wane gimomiyo osebudho kabisa en ni itiye gadier.
Kae, kama timo gik moko gi kinda, romo gi rieko, kod lek mabedo adiera.
Watemo choko artifacts mag luo, to watiyo kod gas decoration e ot ka.
Ohala gi mwandu, gi Cleophas Oluoch, tich ang'wen, saa 1:45 otieno. Kik bai.
Nyakwara Mogi, tok tich matek en kinde mag midhiambo. Kendo isepo pacho kidwaro ng'eyo mago motimore pacho ka to kod pinje maoko. Chieng' tich abich ka tich abich to dhi kod Auchieng' Emmanuel chenro mar Ang'ich Welo kaachiel kod Oimore, kamwakeloni weche manyien mago monon, modo kendo luwo e yo makare. Bende watwako ji mopogore opogore e lony magi magintiere godo mondo mi wagol odok e iti. Tok mano kende, bende wantiere kod chenro mar Gin Kanye, mabro mi sigana mag thuondi luo, jogo mantie, mago magitimo, to kod mago manegitimo e kinde ma okalo. Kik bai.
Baruch ata Adonai. Baruch Rabba Yerushalayim. Baruch ata Adonai. Baruch Rabba Yerushalayim.
Yeah, man. Revelation in Jerusalem, Shalom. Waislamu, Salam Alaikum.
You can see Christians, Jews and Muslims
living together and praying. Amen.
Let's give thanks and praises.
Simaje. Bahuata
Adonai.
Bahuata
Yerushalayim.
Introducing Alpha Blondie.
Baruch ata Adonai. Baruch Rabba.
Aya, wanauliza mziki inaitwaje? Double M. Mziki inaitwa Jerusalem. Sing and see. Jerusalem. Easy man. Yeah man, ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens, boys and girls,